Today I will be demonstrating how to be very good at Fortnite, or at least get better at it. So first off, I guess I'll go through the materials and how good they are. So this is a wooden wall. When you craft stuff, you have either walls, floors, stairs, or a pyramid. Wood is the weakest source of like cover, I guess, that you can build. Let me demonstrate with something over here. Shotgun. Okay, so that's wood. This is brick, and this is metal. Now, all three have different health. So this one has 500, this one has 300, and this one has 150. So the higher the health, the longer it takes to build. So as you can see, metal's still building, wood took barely any time, and the brick just finished building a little while ago. So I'll demonstrate the health. So it takes me 2 hits for that, 3 hits for that, and 4 hits for that. Alright, I guess I'll go into the building phase. So as I said before, there are things like walls, floors, stairs, and pyramids. Each have a different thing. Obviously, floors are for, like, if you come up here, you could build a floor and you'll be above the ground. So basically, that's all that's about. I need a weapon. That. Okay, now I'll show you how to combat build real fast, just in case you get into a firefight. So if there's ever an enemy in front of you, what you're going to do is you're going to want to place a wall first, then place a stair, then place 2 walls on either side. Then you crouch down and you just shoot. Okay, so since that's covered, I'll show you how to staircase. But if the enemy's shooting at you, you're going to need more cover. So you're going to stare, you're going to wall, then stare, then wall, then stare, then wall, then stare, then wall. And so it takes the enemy a longer time to shoot this down than it would if you just regular staircased up. See, because if I was the enemy, I was over in this corner, I'd have to shoot through the first wall, then the stairs, in order for the whole thing to break instead of just shooting the stairs. Now, since that's done, I'll go over some of the items that you can get from Fortnite. Some are new, some aren't. So I was just using the assault rifle, but most people call it a SCAR. It's fairly decent. Its accuracy is well done. That's basically it. Now, as you can see at the bottom of my thing right down there, sort of below my character, there's a thing that says 100 and then it says 0 and 100. That's your health and shield. Now, if you wanted to, since the shield's at 0, the only way you could do it is by getting either of these 3 items. So, small shields, big shields, or chug jug. So the difference in all these is that this gives you 50 shield, or 25 shield, my bad. This gives you 50, and this gives you 100 shield and 100 health. So if I picked up the small shields and I drank them, 25, 50. Now the only problem with small shields is that you cannot go over 50. It says that there's a small limit. So then that's why you have the big shield, because then you could just drink it. It takes longer though to give you that whole 50 shield. The chug jug gives you both, so that takes a whopping 50 seconds. 15. Now, going on to different things, there's the pump shotgun, which is just basically a shotgun. Then there is the new weapon, the suppressed assault rifle. Now, if you notice where my crosshairs are, if you zoom in and focus really well, it's really accurate. But once you start getting that shooting going, they get further apart, less accuracy. Alright, now let's go to another item I like, the grapple gun. It's basically what it says it is. You just grapple around like Spider-Man. I lost health. Alright, now going on to smaller items that are a bit fun. A little bit more fun. There's the clingers. These cling on to any surface, and they're basically grenades. I don't know where that went. Alright, next are the boogie bombs, and when you throw them down, they make an enemy or a player dance. They make an enemy or a player dance. So if I throw one at me, it makes me dance. And I can't switch to any other weapons, and I cannot fire back at the enemy. But the enemy can fire back at me. That's what it looks like far away. Okay, next are impulse grenades, and if you throw these, they blast you in a certain direction based on where you're standing from it. Alright, next is a little bit of a fun item. This is called the Porter Rift, or Rift to Go. It is one of those things up there, and it teleports you straight to the sky, and you could fall down anywhere. But this one's a portable one, so I could place it in any place I want. Let me just grab a few items. Okay. I'll show you in a second. And right now we're above the whole map, as you can see, and I am just flying on down. And these are just rifts. Okay, now for competitive building. If an enemy has a base and you want to rush them or whatever, let me just grab those. And if you want to rush them, so say that the enemy had a 2x2 base. My bad, hang on. There we go. 2x2 base. And he didn't want you attacking him at any chance, so he just goes all ballistic and everything, and he just builds a bunch of stuff. So then he builds walls. I'll cover that in a second. And he builds that. So then he'll just shoot down at you. So if you ever want to get out of this predicament and kill whoever's up there. Okay, there we go. Normally there are different kind of routes that you could take. So for example, you could do the 2 staircase, and he'll keep shooting at you, but then you'll be above him and so that's one option. The second option is just to shoot his whole base down entirely. So then he'll fall down and you just shoot him when he gets down there. Now, a third option is, since Epic added these grapple guns that cannot be matched. Give me a second. To make it look as realistic to Fortnite player as possible. Okay, then he'll shoot down at you like that. So if you ever want to rush a base like that, obviously you could shoot down the bottom, but if they're shooting you, you could just do like one of these kind of maneuvers, and then you can do this, and you can be right in their base, and then you could shoot them. That's basically it. That's all I have. So yeah, that's basically my tips on how to get better at Fortnite.